Alright, well I just came in from milking a goat and working on some fencing and doing a few things around my little farm. And now everybody's hungry, so I'm going to make Thai coconut green curry chicken. It's a recipe that I got off of a Thai kitchen label a long time ago, and I basically doctored it up to make it the way I like it. It's a little bit spicy, but my kids love to eat it. I have a 3-year-old, 5-year-old, 7-year-old. They're all about to have birthdays, so that's why I'm having to think about it a little bit. And a 1-year-old, and they'll all eat it and enjoy it. In fact, they're really looking forward to having some. And of course I will eat it. And a lot of people who don't like spicy food for some reason kind of like the spiciness of Thai food, as long as it's not too spicy. My ex-husband, for example, he used to hate spicy food, and I introduced him to Thai food, and not only did he like that, but then he started liking other spicy food after getting used to the Thai food, which was kind of funny. Anywho, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to start by cutting some onions and some chicken. And some bok choy. I already cut up the bok choy and froze it. Also, I just realized I don't actually have any bell peppers. Normally you would put like green bell peppers with it. And if you want to change the recipe, you could make it into a red curry. Instead of the green curry paste, you just put red curry paste and red bell peppers. That's the only difference. Anyway, here we go. Alright, I'm going to start by putting a splash of oil in the bottom of my pan. This is the rice bran oil. I've talked about it before. It has double the antioxidants of olive oil. It's easy to digest. It has a burn point of 490 degrees. It's one of the best oils on the market. And you can get it at www.californiariceoil. I by no means get any money for saying that. I'm just telling you because I really, really do love that oil. And I'm going to turn the heat on medium while I go ahead and cut my onions. Now that is 2 medium-sized onions. Alright, there's the chicken and the onions. I put 5 chicken breasts and 2 onions so far. I sprinkled some granulated garlic on there. And you could either put about a cup of fresh basil, or what I'm going to do, since I don't have fresh basil yet, I'm going to have to grow some in my garden. What I'm going to do instead is just sprinkle a generous amount of dried basil leaves in there. And just a little bit of salt, because we're going to put fish sauce, which is kind of a salt replacement basically. It's very salty. And then I find sometimes that really the fish sauce isn't quite as salty as I like it, so I just put a little bit of salt. And stir that up. Next I'm going to put my bok choy. I don't have bell peppers. Right now, if I had bell peppers, I would put them. You know what? I might have bell peppers. Let me check. Alright, so I got lucky. I have already cut green bell peppers, which is perfect. I froze them. I found some perfect, like a couple of boxes of perfectly good bell peppers in the dumpster last, I think it was in January, and I cut them up and froze them. You should check out my dumpster diving videos. It's really cool, some of the stuff I find. It's amazing what is wasted in this country. Completely amazing. You might be grossed out by that, but really what they do is they put the produce they've decided is no longer good enough for selling. They put it in boxes. The boxes go in the dumpster. The vegetables don't even touch the garbage. They're in the box the entire time. So it's like free food, and a lot of times I don't have a clue why they throw it away. I think maybe it's just because they get a new shipment in or something. And this is probably like 2 bell peppers worth, maybe 3. Bok choy, if you bought some, probably like 1 head of bok choy, and you would cut it like you would cut celery for soup. But mine, of course, is already cut because that's what I did. When I process my stuff from the dumpsters, and this is from the box too. When I process it, I just clean it really well and then cut it up and save whatever I cannot eat that week. Alright, here we are. We've got our bok choy, our chicken, our onions, our bell peppers, and all the spices stirred together. It's all basically cooked through. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the green curry paste. I'm going to go ahead and put about half of a tablespoon. If you like it more spicy, you can add a whole tablespoon. Or even more than that if you like. Basically, you're going to want to test it first though, because different curry paste brands have a different amount of spiciness. The one I'm using right now, I get this from a Vietnamese restaurant that sells groceries in the restaurant as well. You can usually find Asian markets in large cities. If you cannot find an Asian market and you can't find a grocery store that carries curry paste, you may have to order it online, but most health food stores have at least the Thai Kitchen brand, and even some of the larger grocery stores like Safeway, Walmart, those sort of places have the Thai Kitchen brand, which is perfectly fine. I've used Thai Kitchen a lot. I just go for cheaper, and if you can find an Asian market, they're normally cheaper, less expensive, and they taste just as good, if not better. Now at this point I'm going to add 2 cans of bamboo shoots, because I like plenty of bamboo shoots. You could go ahead and use 1 can. They're 8 ounces each. You could just use 1 can if you want, but I'm going to go ahead and put 2 because everyone in my family loves bamboo shoots. You know what I just remembered? I'm sorry. I doubled the recipe, so I should put a whole tablespoon to start with. I might add a 2nd tablespoon if the spiciness isn't up to par for me and my kids in a little while here. Now I'm going to go ahead and put 4 tablespoons of brown sugar. Stir that in. And 6 tablespoons of fish sauce. Today I have Tiberos. I don't know the brand name there. I use different brands. I use whatever I can find. The last item I'm going to add is 2/3 a cup of chicken stock. I'll go grab that. Here's 2/3 cup of chicken stock. I'm using Pacific brand. I got it at Costco. You can also get those at health food stores. You can use different brand of chicken stock. I avoid MSG because of all the horrible health effects it has on the person. You know what, I said, I don't know how I managed this, but I said that was the last ingredient, and it's not. Because the last ingredient is going to be my coconut milk. I'm going to add 2 cans of coconut milk. Alright, now all the ingredients are in there. If you like, you could add things like zucchini or other vegetables that you like. You could try a different meat in there. Basically, the sauce is the main thing you need to go by to get this green curry like this. So you go ahead and add any vegetable you think would go good in this dish. You might want to try just something simple like the green bell peppers, onions, meat, and bok choy for the first time, and then if you think something should be added, go for it next time. Okay, now the other thing I should probably tell you is this is served on rice. So I'm going to go ahead and make some rice. What I do is in a rice cooker, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cook 4 cups of rice. Then I'll just go ahead and put the lid down. Once the water's in and push that down, it'll tell me when it's ready, and I will serve my curry on rice. I'll show you the finished product in just a moment. Alright, there's the finished product. It's a nice bowl of the green curry chicken on some rice for my son. Alright, thank you for watching.